There we go.
So, welcome everyone. My name is Siobhan Byrne. I'm the owner of Adams and Butler, and we're delighted that you're joining us here today. And today we're going to talk about wellness. It's something that we haven't touched on before. And a lot of people think of wellness as being sort of their whole trip, but a lot of our clients as well, they'd add on a few days to sort of relax and recuperate and rejuvenate after an itinerary as well. So you can do it either as an add-on to a longer trip or just with the sole purpose of coming to Ireland to relax and unwind. And what's great today is that we have people from all over the island of Ireland, north and south, who represent wellness experiences that you can enjoy when you're here. And as you know, the north is already open for business, the south is just opening. And we're delighted to welcome clients back from international, like America, EU, the UK, from the 19th of July into Ireland, but also I'm not too sure about the other nationalities like Canada. I don't think we've got guidelines on those countries yet. So we're going to kick off, and we're actually going to go up to one of our favorite places at Adams and Butler, Galgorm Spa in Northern Ireland. So we're going to go over to Leigh now, Leigh Hegarty in Galgorm Spa, and she's going to tell us what they've been up to and what they're up to for the coming few months.
Hi, good morning and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Leigh Hegarty and I am the Group Business Development Manager for the Galgorm Collection. And today I'm going to talk a bit about Galgorm Spa and Golf Resort. But before I do, Giovanna is going to share a quick video to put it all into perspective for you. Thank you, Giovanna. Hopefully that will give you all an insight. So Galgorm Spa and Golf Resort, it's renowned for luxurious facilities coupled with a warm and personal welcome on arrival, with a focus on showcasing the finest local produce and culinary creations. Guests are spoiled with 5 on-site restaurants and an extensive range of bars. It's close to both Belfast airports and the stunning scenery of the North Antrim coast, and it's the perfect base to explore the region's most renowned attractions and world-class golf courses. But we're here to talk about wellness, and the spa at Galgorm offers a guest experience unrivaled in Ireland, guiding you on a journey of rediscovery, relaxation, and rejuvenation to deliver a delicate balance of wellness and indulgence. We are absolutely delighted to have won not one, but two prestigious awards, not least amidst such a devastating global pandemic. But as Northern Ireland's premier luxury spa hotel, we are continually innovating and bringing guests and visitors the best possible spa experience. So over the last 10 years, Galgorm Spa and Golf Resort, we've invested just over £60 million into the facilities, and we have plans to expand again with another £15 million investment in the next 5 years. So it's helped lead a string of accolades for the resort. We're delighted to be crowned winners of the best spa experience across the UK and Ireland at the recent Condé Nast Awards, as well as best resort spa at the World Spa and Wellness Awards, bringing on our reputation within the industry and within the minds of our consumers for our superb facilities and our outstanding service. But earlier this year, as you've seen from our video, we revealed a new dramatically enhanced thermal spa village and spa provision, boasting a suite of new attractions. So you'd have seen the new 10-metre vitality pool, which sits on the shores of the River Main. We've got a Palm House bar and a new relax area and a brand new salt room for halotherapy experiences. So we're really excited to offer all those new experiences to our guests. We look forward to welcoming you too. So yeah. Oh,
can I just check? You're saying you won best hotel spa in both the UK and Ireland with Condé Nast. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And did you say 50 million going into a new refurbishment?
Yes, we've just spent probably about 60 million, Siobhan, in the last 5 years, and we're expanding again with another 15 million investment.
Fantastic. We were doing, travel experts are doing a FAM into, I think it's not a FAM, sorry, they're doing their annual event in Amsterdam, and hopefully it'll go ahead in October. We were hoping that maybe that we could bring some of them over to do a site inspection as well afterwards. So we'll be in touch with you on that, but it really is fantastic. Well done. And are you going to ILTM?
We are indeed, yes.
Yes, so Adams and Butler will be there as the DMC for Northern Ireland.
Perfect.
Northern Ireland delegation, which is great. So that's fantastic. Thank you very much. So if anyone has any questions about Galgorm, you can either ask at the end, or if you want to put them in the chat box, and Leigh will answer them for you. Gio, did you have the map?
I do indeed. Let me just show that. Because I know the next location is going to be a bit tricky. So let me just find. So just to give you an idea, so Dublin down here, obviously, Belfast here. The first one we've seen was Galgorm. So just about half an hour, 45 minutes, is it, Leigh?
Yeah, 30 minutes from Belfast and about 40 minutes from the North Coast.
So that's 40 minutes from the Giant's Causeway as well.
Yeah.
So it would be, if you wanted to, you like, Belfast can be done from Galgorm if people didn't want to stay in Belfast City.
Absolutely, it's really accessible, and we also have a concierge service. We have 2 restaurants in Belfast, so if we can transport guests into the city, or there's a train station right next door to the resort.
And then just looking at the map there and seeing where Derry is, you're not that far from Derry either.
About 50 minutes from Derry.
Brilliant, fantastic. So just to give people a bit of a sense of place. Fantastic.
So
yeah.
We're now going to hear about the Hotbox, which is a mobile sauna, and they're based in Benone Beach. But I'll just tell you the next ones. We will be going later to Lough in Fermanagh. Then we also have someone in the Mourne Mountains, and then down back here, we're going to be seeing Lisnavagh and Monart Spa in Wexford.
And just to give people an idea of distance, so from Dublin to Belfast is roughly 2 hours. There's also a train that goes, but like by car, it's roughly 2 hours, and it's less from Dublin Airport because you're on the right side of Dublin to get up to Belfast. And then if you're going to Enniskillen, say if you can show Enniskillen there in Fermanagh, that's another 2 hours from Dublin, just to give you an idea. And then Lisnavagh, I would put it down as an hour and a half, but Emily can sort of correct us on that one. And Monart, 2 hours. And again, you know, Fiona can correct me on that one. But just so that, like, Ireland is a small country and everything changes every 15 minutes, but we're not, you know, places are near to each other. So brilliant. So off to Anna Isaacson.
Yeah, so they're a brand new business, only a couple of weeks.
Wow.
It'd be lovely to hear from it.
Oh, sorry, just pressing buttons. Thank you. So yes, I am Anna Isaacson.
Yeah, and I'm Carl Isaacson, and we are the creators and founders of Hotbox, which is Northern Ireland's original mobile sea sauna. And
Will I just show a few pictures before we start? Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
Or even put them up as we're talking if you want.
Okay, I'll put them here. Start sharing.
Perfect.
I don't know if I can make it any bigger. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, as the idea is very simple. It's just after a cold plunge in the wild Atlantic, why not cozy up with your nearest and dearest in our bespoke built sauna on the beach?
So Carl is Swedish and I'm Irish, and Hotbox was born out of a love for both of our cultures. The sauna from Scandinavia, but set in the stunning landscape of Ireland. We're based at Binome Strand on the north coast of Northern Ireland, and it's a 7-mile white sandy beach. When you're sitting in the sauna, you look out the window over the Atlantic and Lough to the hills of Donegal, and the backdrop to our sauna is Benevna Mountain and the cliffs of Gortmore with cascading waterfalls. And as if that isn't beautiful enough, just to the side of us we have Musselin Temple. I think you saw that in the first image actually. It's one of Ireland's truly iconic buildings, and it sits on the edge of a cliff. And there's actually a train journey that comes through those cliffs below the temple. It winds its way around the coast all the way to the city of Derry, and it's widely regarded as one of the most beautiful train journeys in Europe. So that's definitely worth a visit in itself.
Yeah, and we're also very fortunate to have a surf school and a coffee shop right beside us on the beach. So for like the ultimate day out, we would recommend either going for a surf or go for a long walk along the beach around the coast up to McGilligan Point, where you can go into the pub and have a pint of Guinness and a bowl of chowder. And then you can just wander back along the beach and then enjoy a truly relaxing sauna by the sea as you let your muscles rest whilst you're looking over at the sunset over Donegal. And actually, I should mention here that you can also take a ferry from McGilligan Point over to the Inishowen Peninsula in Donegal, and that's a great day out as well.
So our sauna sessions are an hour and a half long, so you really get enough time to unwind and relax without any rushing or worrying about time. When you arrive, we guide you through a Nordic sauna ritual and the etiquette, so you have a truly authentic experience. Obviously, you can't spend a full 90 minutes in the sauna, so the idea is that you go between hot and cold, either cooling down outside in the breeze or splashing in the sea. We actually find that even the most reluctant sea swimmers, after sitting in a hot sauna looking out at the ocean, are encouraged to quench themselves in the water to feel thoroughly refreshed. And it's actually usually these people who are most reluctant who are also the most exhilarated by the experience, because those are the ones that did something they never thought that they would do.
Yeah, so for us, Hotbox actually started out of purely selfish reasons, as we longed for like a nice sauna after our own sea dips. And also when Anna was pregnant with our son, sea swimming became not just an act of enjoyment, but also like a form of treatment or therapy, as she suffered from extreme morning sickness at the time. And that was like, it became the only thing that could really relieve her nausea. It was at this point we kind of realized that the therapeutical power that the cold water brings, and it's obvious to see why there's been so many people over lockdown that have been turning to the sea to relieve their stress and anxiety. And sauna bathing as well is proven to release endorphins and lower cortisol levels. And when used in conjunction with a cold plunge, the effects combine to make a dream team that actively combats stress. So that's pretty good news when you factor in that persistent high stress levels can lead to all sorts of chronic health issues. And as for sleep, we can promise like you get the best night's sleep after had a visit in our sauna.
That's
and
my
definitely
personal favorite bit of the sauna. So we designed the sauna to be authentically Finnish, as that's the acknowledged home of sauna. But whilst we were building Hotbox, we found out that Ireland actually has its own sauna culture in the form of sweat houses, which date back to the 17th and 18th century, and possibly even earlier. So these were stone mounds that were covered in turf built in the countryside, and they were predominantly used for rural workers who suffered from rheumatism and aches and pains, but who didn't have access to proper medical care. So they would light a fire inside the stone cave and let the stones heat up all day. And then just before the patient would crawl inside, they would splash water to create steam, just the same as we do in Hotbox, but we do it in a much more luxurious setting. Ladies also use these sweat houses as a form of skincare. So the linen industry was a very big industry, and these ladies would burn kelp as part of the linen bleaching process. And when they burned kelp, it really clogged up their pores. So these ladies would go in and use the sweat house before big social events to clear their skin. So an old-fashioned beauty treatment.
Yeah. So like really, like one could actually even argue that the act of sauna is like an authentically Irish experience. So like why not come and plunge into the sea with us and sweat away your woes in our box of heat?
That's fantastic. Can I ask one question? Can you bring the box to different places, or do you normally have it on the same beach?
We usually have it on the same beach. We are really quite new, so we've only been operating for a few weeks. So we're generally based on the same beach just to get ourselves known and out there, and people know we're consistent. But the idea is, yes, that we will eventually be wanting to take it to other locations, or even take it to private events or pop-up.
That's what I'm thinking of. Like, say, for example, if we had a family who wanted to rent a private home, you know, it's an exclusive use, what they call them in the industry, especially, you know, in North America, more exclusive use property. So that'd be perfect then. It is possible.
Yes, it is possible.
You're open to being flexible.
Oh, yes,
open to
100%.
being flexible. Yeah.
Fantastic. That's brilliant. So thank you very much, Anna and Carl. It's very interesting, especially when you brought in the Irish, you know, historical reference as well for it.
Yeah. Not many people know about that, so we love to bring it in.
I know, and it's lovely to think they burnt the kelp.
I know, exactly. Thanks.
Thank you very much. And it's great that you're a new company as well, and we're able to promote it as an experience in Ireland. So, Jill, is Emily, I saw her coming in and out and in and out. So is she there from Lisnavagh?
I believe so.
Brilliant.
Oh, we're going to share the video first, right, Emily? And then you're going to meet us from a special location. Yeah. We'll show the
Hi,
Hi.
Emily, over to you.
Hi, I'm Emily, and this is Bridie. We're just here in the farmyard, actually. And what you saw was a video of Lisnavagh House and the grounds. And we run retreats, weekend retreats from the house. And basically, it's a recharge. And we run a yoga program, and we fill everybody up with lots of delicious vegan food, and people would really rest and relax, and all have their own bedrooms and switch off from the everyday grind of the world. And we take them on walks through the forests and talk to them about forest bathing, and basically you know, it's really a treat, and we get a lot of repeat customers. And our plan is to go into the more week-long retreats, as well as coming down into the farmyard. And this is the old farmyard for the estate, the 600 acres here. And basically, our plans are to turn the estate into a place of nature, which it already is. I mean, it's a very beautiful place. It's very romantic, and people go for long walks and through the forests. And it's really where we are going to take biodiversity very seriously and bring people back to nature. And the idea is to turn the old farmyard, which is kind of, you see a bit of it behind us. It's a large area, it's 15,000 square foot, into a retreat like no one's ever experienced before.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to let Bridie tell you a little bit about that.
This is like more of a creative eco retreat. So there's lots of cottages here and spaces, a big barn that we can turn into an event space, and a 4-bedroom house. And we're going to have a recording studio and art studios, and a spa. And also we're doing workshops with permaculture and organic gardening and vegan cooking. We're going to have a little vegan cafe here, farm to fork vegan cafe. And it's just going to be a lovely space that people can come and learn and do a workshop or record an album, and also learn about eco living, and or just come and visit the spa or have a coffee. So there's lots of different things that people can do here.
So you can stay, you'll be able to stay here. We're renovating, we've started renovating some of the cottages, but you'll be able to stay here. There's going to be probably about 6 or 7 cottages. And then if people want a bit of luxury, they can come to Lisnavagh House. So there's something for everyone here.
Fantastic. And when do you intend to have all of this open?
Woo, could be a while. No, it's going to be probably a couple of years.
So Emily, do you want to tell us about what you do at the moment? Because most of the people who be on the webinar would be in the luxury end as well. So can you tell us what you can do in the house at the moment for them?
So the wellness retreats would be one of the most regular sort of weekend stays that we'd have. We also have house parties, so you can either have a celebration or a wedding, or just a small house party in the house too, fully catered for. And we would basically do.
Yeah, if you had what we discovered recently is we're getting a lot of requests from, now it just happens that they're single women or women traveling by themselves, and to be a group of maybe 10 or 12 ladies who just want to go away but want to have a healthy break. So how many people can you take in the house in the single room?
Yeah, so that would be about the right amount of people, actually. Because we definitely believe in personal space, so everyone would have their own bedroom and bathroom. Yeah.
And you're known for your yoga retreats already, aren't you? You've got a good following, a good name for that.
Yeah, we get a lot of repeat business, which is lovely. And I work with 2 very good yoga teachers, And I've also got outside groups coming who bring their own groups, you know, so outside teachers.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's more of a destination, which is basically what we're aiming at as Lisnavagh, is sort of opening up into bigger things.
And the sort of farm to fork food that you're talking about for the new development, the extension, that's presently available in the house, is it?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
We're basically already practicing what we're talking about in the future, but it's on a slightly larger scale and a more creative scale, in the sense that, you know, there'll be added additions like the recording studios and art studios and things like that. So it's along the same lines, keeping in with our way of thinking.
Brilliant. And just, I don't know if people, like the people that are on the webinar at the moment, but we had Michael Jackson a long time ago, God, I think it was 2006, but he actually stayed in a property that was a beautiful farm property, you know, Grass Lodge. And the reason he stayed there was because it had a recording studio. So if you do have any, you know, clients who need that facility, it's important to think of Lisnavagh in the future. And the other thing, I was in Boris House doing site inspections there last weekend. And, you know, they were talking about literary festivals they had in the past. Do you have anything like that? Just since you're on, if there's any other, like, you know, apart from the wellness retreats, do you have any other events?
Festivals. No, we haven't got a festival yet, but it's definitely in our sort of thinking, definitely. We're talking to people who would be the right kind of people to put on a festival. It's important to work with the right people, especially when you're organizing something like that.
Yeah, and like we were even thinking about things like, you know, the old sort of music festivals that used to go from the large houses, the country houses, one to another, you know, to bring something like that.
Yeah, it's kind of a nice thing to do, actually. Yeah, sort of traveling festivals or whatever. Yeah.
But using those fine country houses that are dotted all over the countryside. So that's fantastic. Emily, can you just remind us, how long does it take, just so people get that idea of a distance from Dublin, say, down to Lisnavagh?
It's depending on where you're coming from. It's about an hour and 20 minutes.
Perfect. That's fantastic. So thanks a million, Emily. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. So now we're also going up to, we're going to a newer company in your experience that we're dealing with for just recently. And we're going to meet Anne Ward from Exhale. So Anne, can you tell us what you do at Exhale?
Hello, how you doing? I'm delighted to be here. And Siobhan, thank you so much for the invitation. Do you want to share my wee presentation, Gio? Thank you. If you could just show the map to start with, that would be great.
Now, just before you start presenting, and what I would have to say is, if people are thinking of Danny Boy, the song, this is the area, the mountains of Mourne, that it refers to.
Yes, I am actually, I don't know if you can see my cursor here. I live here, which is the Ring of Gullion, and I call it the last best kept secret in Ireland.
I can't see your, so do you want to direct me and I'll show you?
Yeah, Ring of Gullion, the Ring of Gullion, yeah.
Here, found it.
Keep going on over to the left, Ring of Gullion, this box here, yes. So we are 1 hour from Dublin, 1 hour from Belfast airports, and it's an area of outstanding natural beauty and also an area of special scientific interest because of the biodiversity. So there's 3 areas of outstanding natural beauty. I deliver immersive experiences in all of them. So the Ring of Gullion, the Mourne Mountains, and Strangford Lough and Lough, another beautiful part of Northern Ireland. The landscapes were formed 60 million years ago as a result of volcanic activity. So it's a beautiful place to practice mindfulness and to immerse yourself in nature.
I wonder, you have that amazing connection with the Bronte family in that area as well, don't you?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
How creative juices grow, because wasn't her father a rector there or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, very creative area here. A lot of poets' trails all around the Ring of Gullion. Beautiful place to be creative, and that's one of the benefits of forest bathing, which I'll talk about now. Thanks, Gio. So I deliver immersive experiences using the gifts of meditation and nature to support people to really, really slow down and disconnect from their busy lives really rest, reconnect and re-energize. So I'm going to talk about a couple of my experiences here. I do a 2-hour Sacred Sites of Kalivi tour. Now, Kalivi means Church of the Mountain. Menina, a saint, came to the foot of Slievegullin Mountain, which was once a volcanic site 60 million years ago, and she founded a church here. So Kalivi means Church of the Mountain. And so Kalivi Castle, which we will talk about later, you'll see it as well. So it's a really amazing landscape steeped. This mountain alone has so many sacred sites dotted around it. And the reason I'm showing you this is because my mum was born in between a number of these sacred sites, and I inherited her love of the landscape and nature and feel very blessed for that. So I support people to connect to sacred sites through mindfulness and, you know, talk about the Celtic spirituality around specific Celtic traditions. We had Bealtaine and now Lunasa coming up, so it's a beautiful experience. Thank you. And as part of that, we go up a little path, and just below this view is my mum's house. My granda, this is a pre-Christian well looking out over Kalivi. The Mourns are in the distance, the Mourne Mountains, and I support people to connect to the landscape again through meditation. So it's a very special experience. My granda said helped to build this shrine in 1929. So this is Awakening Your Senses. This is Northern Ireland Embrace a Giant Spirit experience, and it's a beautiful 5-hour opportunity to really rest. And it includes a 2-hour forest immersion on Slievegullin Forest, which is like a big mythological sleeping giant where you'll be held for the next 2 hours. So through meditation, reflection, gratitude, and a series of creative invitations, I support you to connect to the present moment through your natural resources of your breath, your body, and your senses, and really to deepen your connection with nature. So beautiful, restorative, you know, benefits from being in the forest environment. But forest bathing originated in Japan in the 80s as a stress prevention intervention, and through scientific research, it has been proven that 2 hours in the forest will help to support and build your immunity for up to 10 days. Other benefits are stress reduction. It boosts mood, creativity, immunity, and energy. So at the end of the experience, we then have a little Japanese tea ceremony that you can see in the picture here. And I used foraged elderberry in winter, cordial, or elderflower in the summer. And it's a beautiful integration stage of the process of forest bathing. And then we travel a short distance, thanks Gio, to my Second World War hut. This once housed American soldiers. And we have a beautiful local seasonal 3-course lunch in my Second World War hut. Thanks, Gio. And then we finish the day with a lovely gentle meditation, and then look at how you can integrate forest bathing and mindfulness into your busy lives and take away those gifts, as well as the recipes for the beautiful homemade bread and soup. And now I'm going to show you. Anne,
can I ask you just before you, how long do you recommend people spend with you, ideally, to chill?
Well, that particular experience there is 5 hours. I can do 2-hour immersions, and the next thing that I'm going to show you now is you know, there's a range of accommodation on my website. Whenever people, you know, can have a look at that, everything from cottages to Kalivi Castle.
Well, we would book the accommodation for the clients, but like, yes. How long, if they were to spend a few days, how many days do you think that they should spend with you? That would be like not too long and not too short.
Okay. Well, it's really up to yourself, but I mean, as I said, 1 day will help to boost immunity in the forest for up to 28 days. So the longer you spend in the forest, the more benefits you're going to have. And also, like, I deliver a number of programs which are longer and help to support your connection, deepen your create, you know, opportunity when your mind rests. There's more space in between your thoughts and more opportunity for creativity to be nurtured. So the longer, the better, I would say, you know, for deep immersions, a full day or a couple of days, whatever people really would like. And if you facilitate whatever length, yeah.
And if you had a few friends, say, for example, or a couple or something, what's the most that you would take in? Like the minimum obviously would be 1, but what's the most you think for the optimum success?
I would take about 10.
10. Okay, brilliant.
Yeah, 10.
Okay.
We're going to just show you, Siobhan, a little film produced to show you the combination here of Kalivi Castle Estate. This includes a 2-night stay in a luxury room and 2 forest bathing immersions. And then in the last morning, you'll see in the film, you get to make your own forest tea to take away with you. You. So this is an 18th century castle, Kalivi Castle, and converted. Like you can rent the castle, but the Corn Mill is the boutique hotel, which has around 40 rooms.
That's the opening.
Sorry?
I was at the opening.
Oh, were you, Siobhan?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Beautiful. I grew up there as a child, so I watched for years to see what was going to happen, and I was over the moon to see it being saved.
Isn't it wonderful when you see a property that you feel has so much potential being bought by someone who then loves it?
Absolutely. And, you know, he left when he was a child to go to Australia and came back and he saved it. And it was just beautiful for the community, you know, and both of us are members of Sustainable Travel Ireland. And, you know, just to say as well, that forest bathing has beautiful you know, benefits for green tourism, because the deeper people connect to nature, the more respect and compassion they will have for it. So it can often result in people wanting to get involved in conservation projects. And then, as you know, Kalivi Castle, the farm to fork, and their lovely green tourism policy.
You know, it's amazing. It's a beautiful, beautiful property. And again, accessible. If people are flying into Dublin or to Belfast, very accessible.
1 hour, yeah.
1 hour from Dublin, isn't it, as well?
Yes, 1 hour from Dublin, 1 hour from Belfast, yeah.
Situated, and actually amazing for the end or beginning of a trip. If people were doing an itinerary,
yes, absolutely, yeah,
before they travel and just to get into the right zone, or at the end chill before they return home. So that's amazing. I'm delighted,
absolutely.
You know, what's been done, because that's really, really good, and it's the type of product that people are looking for nowadays as well.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So that's fantastic.
Thank you, Siobhan.
Thanks a million, Anne. So now we're going over to Finlough, and this is one property that is, again, very, very unique. So we have Roisin there, who's going to tell us what's happening up in this area of Fermanagh.
I just think Roisin is disconnected. Roisin, if you are here, just let me know. I can't find now.
If there's an issue, we could go on to Fiona while she reconnects.
Yeah, she was here earlier, so she might have just lost connection for now. Should we go on to Fiona and Monart first?
Great. Hi, everybody. Thanks.
Hi.
Thanks for the opportunity. And I'm delighted to see I'm in such great company here. Such a wonderful place to see around Ireland. I'm going to tell you about another one, which is a little hidden gem in the southeast of Ireland called Monart. and it is family owned and family run by the Griffin family, who decided about 12 years ago, our owner, Liam Griffin, decided to build one of Ireland's only unique properties, destination spa, but we decided that we were going to have it as adult only. So no children allowed. We have 2 other properties in the company, which are very family friendly, but this was our unique property. So we are situated in a lovely part of Ireland, down the southeast in Wexford, on Ireland's ancient east. So Siobhan, just about an hour and a half from Dublin, actually, with the new motorway that's after opening up. So we're quite accessible. And since we've opened, we've been delighted. We've been blessed with being gotten great accolades for our spa. We've been awarded in the top 10 spas in the world by Forbes magazine, and we've been named in the top 3 spas in the world by Condé Nast Traveller. And we also have a very, very loyal Irish following as well. So we're delighted with that. So in terms of our location, where we are set on 100 acres of really lush green countryside. So perfect for rest and relaxation. We offer fantastic wellness programs. We are an 18th century manor house, which when you drive up the driveway, all you see is this beautiful 18th century manor house.
And we showed the video so everyone can have a sense of
or you can show it afterwards if you want, whatever suits.
And just so we can get an idea of how beautiful it is.
Great, thanks, Gio. So therefore, you can see the 18th century manor house, and then we have this lovely glass corridor, which brings you into this sort of 21st century style hotel with the destination spa. So we've about 70 rooms in it. So 2 of our suites are right in the heart of the old manor house. So it's a lovely blend of the old and the new. We also have a thermal suite, which is sort of the heart of the destination spa. We have 15 treatment rooms in it, and we also have 9 thermal areas in it. So look, clients, we have a huge following in Monart, and if you're into wellness, relaxation, or you just want to enjoy some nice fine food and dining, it's the place to go. Beautiful gardens surrounding it. You can take walks in the gardens. Our therapists are fully trained. So we have a lovely, lovely area, fine dining restaurant. We also have a garden lounge, and we have a spa cafe. So generally, a lot of people go who stay with us for a couple of nights. We also do a day spa as well, but it's just a lovely, lovely, nice, relaxing, tranquil part of the country. Would be a nice option, say, en route from Dublin, say down south, or maybe on your way back up to stop off. And with Siobhan and her clients, we'd love to see more of them. So thank you.
Thanks, Fiona. And yeah, because it is like, you're not that far, like Waterford, Wexford, Kilkenny.
Yeah, it's right in the heart of like Waterford's only about 25 minutes away, Wexford, New Ross, Kilkenny. It's a good area around there too.
I always feel that the area from Dublin down to Waterford is so underappreciated by people.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Because I also, obviously we have a property in Kilkenny, so it's more popular, but the Wexford area down the Waterford, down the coast, it's beautiful. And then the motorway is opened up now, so it's really more accessible. And like there's so much to see and do down there. There's about 265 kilometers of beaches. We've the Salty Islands, we've Hook Lighthouse. There's a lot to see and do down that area. So it is, you're right, it's underappreciated, but it's a lovely, lovely area.
And if the Irish people are to run away for a quick weekend, that's the area they run to.
Yeah, not like 90%.
The sunny southeast.
Yeah, absolutely, the sunny southeast.
All you Americans, all you Canadians, South Americans out there, you're missing out on Ireland's sunny southeast.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So that's brilliant. Thanks a million, Fiona. So Roisin, are you there? Do we get her back?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm so sorry about that. It just typical technical issues just as I was about to go on.
Don't worry. You're well worth waiting for. So what should we do? Will we play the video first and then you tell us about...
Yeah, would that be okay, Gio?
Sorry, I was on mute. Yep, sure.
Yeah,
we'll
perfect, thank you.
And maybe when Roisin is finished, we'll go back to the map at the very, very end, Gio, just so that we can give everyone again an idea of where everything is.
Yes, just give me 1 second.
We can wake up to the burning sun. Take me by the hand, I was on the run. I just wanna be forever young. This love won't come undone. This love won't come undone. All that I want is to be anywhere you are. All that I want is to be anywhere you are. All that I want is to be anywhere you are. All that I want is to be anywhere you are. All that I want is to be anywhere you are.
Perfect, thanks Gio. So hi everyone, my name is Roisin and I am the marketing assistant at Finlough Resort. So Finlough Resort is a little bit off the beaten track. We are an adult only resort based on a private peninsula and we're tucked away in the Fermanagh Lakelands. So we're just on the Fermanagh-Donegal border located in the northwest of Ireland. So we're a short drive, about 30 minutes from Donegal town and not far from the wild Atlantic coastline, which I know is very, very popular with international guests. So we're not too far away from there. So at Finlough, you might have seen from the video, we do things a little bit differently. By taking our cues from nature, we incorporate considered design and offer elegant spaces to our guests in a considered lakeside haven. So we offer guests the chance to bathe in Fermanagh's natural surroundings within the forestry and the lakeside, while still enjoying the luxury of our accommodation. So our bubble domes, which you've seen on the video, are located within the forestry on the peninsula. So these offer guests 180-degree transparent views of the forestry and the dark night skies of Fermanagh. So this offers a unique experience of sleeping under the stars from the comfort of a four-post bed. So moving on to our lakeside accommodation, which is a great combination stay if you wanted to spend one night within the forestry, followed by a night at the lakeside in a more traditional accommodation. We offer lakeside villas and suites, which can be suitable for 2 up to 6 people within the villas. So these are a more traditional accommodation and they offer gorgeous views of the surrounding lake here at Finlough. So the theme of bathing in nature and in our surroundings is continued through the experiences that we offer here at the resort. So all our guests enjoy complimentary sunrise yoga sessions in our lakeside bubble. So the bubble offers a large indoor space for the guests to enjoy the unique chance to watch the sunrise over the water. And the best thing about this is that it doesn't, regardless of the weather, this can go ahead because sometimes it does rain in Fermanagh and when it rains, it pours. So at least with the lakeside bubble, you can still enjoy the surroundings. It's almost like floating on water and waking up with the sun in our complimentary yoga sessions. So the theme of nature and embracing the surroundings is furthered in our Element Spa trail on the resort. This is a private 2-hour trail which takes you through a series of log cabins within the forestry. So unlike traditional spas, the trail is self-guided and completely private throughout the 2 hours. The guests have a set time limit within each cabin, and this includes the finished spa, the finished sauna, the flotation room, and the hot tub, which overlooks the lake. And some of our braver guests even go for a lake dip within the surrounding waters between the two sauna sessions. So something a little bit different, but definitely literally immersing yourselves in the local surroundings here in Fermanagh. So we pride ourselves in using locally sourced produce and materials in every aspect here in the resort. We are a paperless resort. This is also furthered in the vegetables and herbs that we grow ourselves in our large polytunnel on site. And this produce is used within our Forest Barn restaurant, which is located on the resort. So ultimately, we offer the switched on, the chance to switch off in our lakeside haven, bathed in Fermanagh's natural surroundings. We encourage our guests to leave their busy lives and schedules at our gates and let the calmness of the lough and the tranquility of the forestry to take over. Thanks.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much, Roisin. Well worth waiting for, and a beautiful, beautiful setting. And I was just saying that the one thing that I love about all of the experiences and places we've seen is that all of you are off the beaten track, because lots of people just do the same old when they think of coming to Ireland. And it's nice for people to discover not only new places, but also new destinations, so that they feel that they've something that belongs to them and them alone almost. So that's something that I really, really love. So we don't have any questions coming in the chat box. If anyone wants to mute themselves and ask a question or anything, please feel free.
I'll just get the map back up for you, Siobhan.
Brilliant.
I'm gonna have a look again. Places we visited. We started off with Galgorm. I don't remember the order now, so we just follow this way.
And then it was on to the Hotbox.
The Hotbox, located at the beach, but will be mobile in the future. Finlough, we've just seen right now, so in Fermanagh. The Mourne Mountains, obviously, here, this area where Anne was telling us. Then if you go down to Lisnavagh, and then Monart Spa in the sunny southeast of Ireland.
So that's brilliant. So I'd like to thank all the presenters for joining us today, like all the partners, and also then for Gio, who you've heard, who organises these every week for us, and then for Rachel for doing the research this week for this webinar as well. So Rachel is there somewhere. Go and say hello, Rachel.
Sorry, I was on mute. And I was also off camera doing the Instagram story. So,
so thanks a million, everyone. And we'll see you again next week.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.